What up, Upland? Let's go. This is a deep dive into El Sereno, Los Angeles, aka home of the real Node LA. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's dive in. Let's dive directly in. Let's see. Let's go. Now you can see El Sereno. It's located northeast. You see my avatar right here. We're located northeast of or East LA. It's right in the East LA. Let's go. This is El Sereno, Los Angeles. Let's see what's popping. So we're going to do a deep dive in, going through the neighborhood and see. As you can see, El Sereno, Los Angeles is very large. It has 7,900 properties, a little more than 7,900 properties. This is a downtown metropolis of Los Angeles. It's being turned into that. So let's see what's going on. As you can see that there's a total of 4 racetracks here. The 5th one is waiting to be approved. It's already been submitted to Upland, but there's racetracks located all throughout the node. There's retail and experiences tied to these racetracks and also the community. So let's see. This is just the northern part of the area. This is called the Real Node Tour. As you can see, along the Real Node Tour, you have the Locos Cafe. This is an immersive experience. It's a 3D space, so you can actually hop in here and have a good time and see it along the track. People always ask, what is the point of a trackside property? So the benefits of having a trackside property is you get to advertise what you're working on that property. So if anybody races this track, they'll see whatever it is on your property in a more immersive view. And here's an example. You have Iceman. He's a designer in Upland. So you see, you'll be able to see these on the track, but it'll look, a little bit more clearer when you're racing. It, more colorized. People are putting their brands on the track so that when you're racing and you're in a aerial view of racing, you can actually see your logos and stuff. So this is kind of the race view when you're racing from the helicopter view. So this is what you actually see while racing. And again, this is a deep dive. We're going deep into the node to talk about things that we ain't talked about in a while, everything. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Now, keep in mind, there's probably almost everybody watching this has a property in El Sereno. Like I said, it's one of the largest neighborhoods in Upland. Shout out to everybody that has a property over here in El Sereno. What up? What up? Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button so we can move this around a little bit. So there's so many 3D objects here. It takes long to load. Look at that. It won't even load. Just let it load. Come on. Let them things drop in there. There you go. Look at that. Ooh, look at that populated area. This is what you want the metaverse to look like. Well populated. You want everything to be tied together. What's the point of a node? It's so that everything can be tied in the same area as a hotspot. So this is a core area, one core area of the real node. The real node has 3 cores within it. So cores pop up. They're just a hotspot within the node. You can have many different cores, meaning hotspots. So here's one hotspot. This is the Ithaca Run race course. This is a more of a seasoned track. It's been around for a while, so you're going to see much more elaborate designs on the track. Very well decorated when you race it. It's like another world in there. You treat yourself to a race on the Ithaca Run race course. You'll see. Highly decorated track. It's sanctioned with the Upland Racing League. You'll notice that our tracks have the URL logo on them. Where's the URL? Don't do me like that. It's not loading. There it is. So you'll notice sanctioned tracks have a URL, Ultimate Racing League logo. Shout out to Mass Chef and them. And let's see. Let the 3D objects load a little bit. While they're loading, let's talk about manufacturing. in a node, you have to have manufacturing. Upland has released micro manufacturing plants. So it's important you get those micro manufacturing plants and the micro showrooms over here, as there are no new properties in the area, and the more people buy them, the less they'll be available. And there are plenty of micro showrooms popping up. And so this area is just becoming bustling. Assets moving all the time. Let's talk about map assets and manufacturing for those who are aspiring to manufacture. This is an example of a manufacturing strategy that I have, and you'll notice. I'm on load in there. So everything that you see there, it says the real node LA. There's a heart there. You see the words written out, Psalms 83:18, and it says love God. All of these words are written out with individual ground tiles. So each one has to be minted on the blockchain. So an example is a white ground tile, black ground tile. It takes hundreds of these to really get a thought across. So as you can see, the real node LA is written out with these. Each of these costs about 2 hours in manufacturing. So you're talking, in order to get a message like that, that could take, and as far as manufacturing the products, the ground tiles to do it, that could be about a week's, just shy of a week's worth of manufacturing. So let's go over to the manufacturing plant so we can see. Actually, I had those ground tiles at another plant, but here's another one manufacturing zone. These are the original manufacturing plants. But this is where I'm on load in there. There you go. This is where I have some of the ground tiles located. And of course, because of so many map assets, it is loading slower than typical. So as you can see, these are the ground tiles. Each of these, if you have enough of them, you can kind of create a pixelated art design. Shout out to the pixel champion of Upland, the one and only More Cheese. Y'all remember her? She's the pixel champion. But she'd know exactly what to do with these. Yeah. Speaking of More Cheese, let's go over to her property, because remember I said so many people have properties in the real node LA, El Sereno, Los Angeles, aka home of the real node LA. Node owners, node developers. Let's talk about some of the node developers. These are people that have gone off to create their own nodes in other states. So since we have More Cheese to talk about, let's talk about More Cheese. She has property in the real node. Let me see if I can find those around. It's one of these properties. Let's see. Maybe it's here. And of course, when I click property, it's not going to load or what? Got it on the first one. Look at that. Beeline straight to your property. All right. So this is More Cheese. This is a member of the real node LA, as well as a creator of her own, a node creator. So she created a node in Bronx. It's called a Bronxdale node. They're number 2 on the Bronx node list. So shout out to them. Bronxdale node. Let's talk about other members of the community in the real node that are also building other things that you may know. Let's see. There he is. Load in there. There he is. So that's a familiar spot. So the real node is so big that you can actually represent other nodes in this node. So as you can see, this is Coach Funk over in Detroit, Evergreen Lasher. He created a Detroit node, which is Evergreen Lasher node, but still representing over in the real node LA. The real node is a super node, so it houses many different nodes. And it's good to get your node recognized even over here, to have some sort of presence here. And let's talk about people that are building in the real node LA that are building here substantially. Let's talk about some substantial work that's been going on here. Let's start with the one and only Zach Towner. This guy's building a lot. He's a resident of El Sereno. His home address, let's look at his home address. All right, clear this off. When you don't want to snap back, you do a double look, and then what it'll do is bring you right back to the person, and then I can look at him without being snapped back. So this is his home address. Oh, Zach Towner is the police. Whoop, whoop. All right, now I'm good. What up, man? He got it. He got the police station over in the real node. Y'all mess around in the real node. We got a police station right at the core. Play around. Do some financial crimes over here if you want. Rip somebody off of an NFT. Put them boys on you. As you can see, we got the boys in blue over there chilling, lined up, ready to go at any minute. They got a gated entrance. You're not messing with them in any layer. All right. That's Zach Town. He's a power builder over in the real node. He got many different properties over here. I just want to highlight this particular one. Let's talk about some power business people and some businesses we have going over here. Now, you know, I have Block Explorer shops, some map asset shops, things of that nature. But let's talk about some of the community members that are also, running businesses over here. This is a deep dive. This is not a top level overview. This is a deep dive. Sit back and chill. Let's go. Y'all ever heard of it's a player in Upland called, her name is Blue Rain. What up, Blue Rain? Look at this. I don't even think this is her home address, and it's popping over here. Let's see. This is her business. Let's see what she sell. Blue Rain Black, because she always got a good deal. Y'all gotta check Blue Rain stuff, because sometimes she'll get in the mood and drop them prices to the floor. So you got to follow her. I told you she got stuff. She'll drop prices to the floor. You can actually get costumes over here for $15K up it. I might snatch these off the market. Let's see what she got. Yeah, she got a lot of stuff over here. She has 8K up it for some, oh man, take them off the market. So yeah, she, like I said, she keeps good stuff, on deck, and sometimes she'll have really low prices just based on how she feels. So shout out to you, Blue Rain. Let's see what, that's her home address. If this ain't her home address, let's go. Her home address is still in the real node, but it's in another core. Remember when I said we have different core areas of the real node? So she's in the theater core area where the theater is. Let's see. So this is her home address, and she's right next door to the one and only Taz Tafari. This is our Nigerian princess, Taz Tafari. Shout out to you, Taz. What up? What up? She does. She actually has a Nigerian cart with like a flag, a school bus flag. It's off the chain, and I got one. But let's see what she sells here. Oh, mommy, I'll call you right back. All right. Let's see what she's selling. Uh-oh, she got some good prices, y'all. Here's the hidden gems of the, these are the hidden gems of the power ups. You better come and see Taz. Look at this. She got power ups over here for 1K up. It's time to say hello. Especially when Upland make you buy from somebody's map apps, asset shops for your gamified earnings. Y'all better get over to the real node, man. There's some good prices over here. Especially during gamified earning seasons, and you got to shop. You get all your shopping done in one zone. All right, so let's get back. Let's get back to the deep review. This is not brief. This is a deep review. Look at this. So let's talk about layer 2 over in El Sereno, aka home of the real node LA. Layer 2s, what's been going on? Well, Right now, as you can see, we're in another core area. Let's get a better look of it. This is a area is designed to be a racetrack. The racetrack has already been submitted. Here is the starting line right here. Let me zoom in on it. This is the starting line right here, directly across the street from the theater. Let's see if Upland approved the racetrack yet. Let's go, because I check that every day. It will be here. It will just say small, medium racetrack. I can't remember which one, but it will say it right here. So once that's approved, I'll get construction going. And this track is a short loop designed to be a kart track. There will be three kart tracks in El Sereno. There's the one Alpha, which is the northern track. We're going to go over there. There's the Little Y Raceway by J Buds. That's in the middle area. And let's see. And there's this one, this track right here. Will be called the El Sereno Circuit. So let's get going. All right, let's look up and down this track a little bit. And there's plenty of people up and down this track. Quite a few names and some power builders. Here's an example of a power builder right here. We have Baza 86, which is also he's a power builder. Shout out to you. But he has quite a few properties in El Sereno actually built out. Let's see what else we have. Let's see who's building along this track. What is it? These are the micro showrooms we talked about. So this person has two micro showrooms and two micro manufacturing plants. Oh, three micro manufacturing plants and showroom. Who is that? Philly. Y'all know who Philly is? That's Dr. Ted. Anybody remember Dr. Ted? What up, Dr. Ted? That's Dr. Ted, man. He's ready to be a power move over in El Sereno, shaking and baking. You might want to hit him up and see if he want to sell one of these things to you. Other than that, he's ready to shake and bake with this manufacturing. All right. Let's move around a little bit. Let's move up to so as you can see, this is the neighborhood El Sereno. Look at the shape of that. Don't that kind of look like the watchdog shape? The prairie watchdog shape. Can you see it? All right. Anyway, let's go to the Little Y Raceway. This is still in El Sereno, home of the Real No LA. This is an affiliate racetrack. Let's see who owns this track. Oop, not the track. Wrong one. What up with Madison? He's a power builder too. But let's J Buds. This is the track owner here. Oh, El Sereno. You can see, man, El Sereno got some residents. Y'all might not have heard of them, but El Sereno is popping. People are building quietly. Come on. This area is turning into a super metaverse downtown. Now let's look at this track. This is a short go-kart track. I may be able to get most of it within view. But the map asset load, it takes a while for them to load though, since there's so many. All right. It's gonna struggle. All right, but yeah, the racetrack comes around here, comes past the first place carts. Let's see what he's selling in there. What you want to put it? Jay Buzz, he's the track owner. Let's see what he got for sale. Oh, so as you can see, he got some nice products. For sale. If you want to race, come on over. Nice. And you know that look like that go fast, and it will get. Excuse my language. Get goodness. All right, let's get out of here. All right. So let's see what else we have, man. We've been working on so much variety happening. Um, Let's see what's happening in manufacturing. Let's go back to manufacturing for a second. Let's see. Let's go in and see what's getting brewed. So we got some medium stands getting minted. Let's go medium track stands. We got a lot of them too. Look at that. Well, these take about 3 hours to mint per. You can mint about 8 in a day, something along that line. So that gives you an idea of the value of Spark. If it costs 30,000 Spark to mint these, and it takes about 3 hours to mint them, there you go. That's the cost. So it costs a whole lot of Spark for about 3 hours just to make one, and that gives you an understanding, a slight understanding. Let's go to this is my structure ornament factory. Did I upload my models? No. Oh, we got some structure ornaments we're waiting to be approved. They're pretty nice too. But yeah, come on, man. There's plenty of space and opportunity over here. So much going on over in the real node LA. So much building. Right now, we're doing a lot of layer one building. You want to bring your business over here. You want to bring your meta venture over here. Because this is if Upland makes locality, meaning you have to be able to walk to a certain section, or it's just more difficult to get around. You want to start off in a nice metropolis, a nice metaverse metropolis where you have access to everything that you need, and then you can venture out as you so choose to. And that was one of the biggest purposes. The original purpose, which we're coming back to, we're figuring out a way to get back to it, which was this core right here. This is the first core of the Real Node LA. This right here is the YouTubers core. What intends to be done with these is somehow we're going to tie in YouTube or broadcasting to each property, whereas each property will be associated with a YouTuber or a broadcaster, and you'd be able to experience what they're working on just by clicking on the property or walking past the property, something along that line. These properties won't be sold, but they'll be leased out via smart contract when we have that option to, if I can rent this to you for a year or for 6 months, and then you can kind of do what you want over there and market your YouTube space, then you'll have a whole area of YouTubers, and it makes it a fun place to visit. We have our layer 2. Now, what is layer 2? Let's talk about layer 2 before we get out of here. And that's 3D spaces. What are these 3D spaces? What is the point of it? How can they benefit Upland? Why? Why would we even do it? Let's try it. Let's jump in and see what's going on. So this is one of the Upland's version of 3D spaces. So we have a few different kinds. We have spatial.io and we have nowhere.io. So right now we're going to check out an Upland space, which is nowhere.io. So let's jump in here and just see what the point is. For one, you'll notice it says 0 online. That obviously that's self-explanatory. But whenever anybody jumps in, it'll show how many people are in that room. And what it does is, I think when it becomes more than 2 people in the room, it kind of broadcasts across the platform that people are in an immersive space, which makes it interesting to jump in like, oh, hey, what they're doing? Let's see what they're doing. So all you would do is just tap the immersive space. This is the theater, and it's just going to take us directly in there. Let's see. All right, I didn't know. It's loading pretty fast. It's in real time. I'm not actually speeding up or anything like that, so that's not bad. Keeping in mind, this is new technology we're using. So if you're trying to do a lot of this stuff with a device from before the pandemic, it may be time to upgrade. Let's jump in. All right. So as you can see, my browser was a bit enlarged because of the way I was viewing. Um, so what's the point of being in these spaces? One, it allows the community to kind of get together and hang out. Like we can all kind of hang out here and just chill, talk, experience the same thing at the same time, whether it be a movie on the screen or whether it be information sharing or something along those lines. And also, um, you can share your what you're working on here and make it become a part of what you're doing. So that's why I'm offering to El Sereno residents. If you're a resident of El Sereno, reach out to me. Let's get your flyer up on the wall while we still have space. We have space along the backstage. Those are the last spaces we have right now. And I'll go backstage and show you. But let's see what the wall is looking like. There's a place to market your stuff. Blue Rain has a game show she works on. As you can see, that's the Red Eagle go-kart, community kart. We have the Upland Racing, the Ultimate Racing League with the Uppish Podcast. Look at this. And this is Taz Tafari. We just went past her home address. So this is some items she sells. Racing carts. Adobo Show. And that's our layer 2. So let's just look around. Oh, one thing before we go too deep, I want to show you something. When you're in these immersive spaces, because if we have support, we really want to build this out and connect it with layer 1. So here's the example. When you go to the back door of the theater, you can actually go outside, and it's the real that we were just looking at, except in a more immersive way. You would just click play and it should load it, load spatial. I haven't jumped in a while, but it should be more seamless than what you just saw. Let's see if this will work for me. It kind of switched real fast. I hope you're not looking at this sideways. Like I hope, because the screen just turned sideways on me, and I don't know if the screen film adjusted. Let's jump in. So this is where we were in the theater and we walked out the back door. Here's what happened when you walk out the back door. We're here. So you come here and now we're outside. Let's walk around a little bit and let it load all the way. Once it loads, it's so vibrant outside. Look at this. These are the upland properties, and we're getting ready to upgrade this once we have more user participation. But basically, you can come in here. There's a mall. You can drop down to the mall. You can drive to the mall, and actually multiple people can get in the cart with you. So where it says drive, sit, I think these carts hold up to 9 people. So imagine coming in here and 9 people riding around on one of these carts. I'll give you an example. Like one person will be driving and the other people will just be kind of hanging on for the experience and just having a good time. As a property owner, El Sereno, you would have been able to, you are able to basically find your property and put a bubble out front to link it to whatever you want. You see that bubble out front of that property? So that would take you to inside the property. Let's go to the mall before we get out of here, y'all, because we're getting ready to wrap up pretty soon. Whoa, so you jump through that portal, and that takes you right to the mall. This mall space, let's just look in the mall space. Look at, wow. Very exciting. Very exciting. This is Blue Rain store. Wow. This was our first rendition of the mall. And it's still available. It's even available in VR. So, thanks for coming out. Thanks for checking this out. Change your home address. to El Sereno. Help us make it to collections. Let's look at the neighborhood collections before we get out of here. Right now, overall in Upland, we're 26th place. See that? El Sereno, Los Angeles. So we need to bump up 26 spots in order to make it El Sereno collection. Change your home address. Bring your map assets to El Sereno, Los Angeles, aka home of the Real Note LA. Until the next time, I'll see you. And don't forget to join the Discord, the Real Note LA Discord, so you can stay up to date. How you find that? Go to therealnode.com. I'll see you next time.